Economics in One Lesson, Chapter 14, Saving the X Industry. By Mr. and Mrs. Hazlitt. Yo, say you have the yo-yo industry, and they buy string, and they buy plastic, and they surely buy Folgers coffee for their staff lounges. If profits start to go down for whatever reason, lobbyists, the kind we talked about in Chapter 13, can be found using this as a plea for special treatment. They'll say, if we go out of business, then what will happen to the string manufacturers? Then the plastic manufacturers? Then Folgers? A depression will ripple throughout the economy. No! And so they'll ask for a subsidy, which is nice speak for a bailout or a corporate handout. Or they might get even more crafty and ask the government to limit competition, saying that their industry is already overcrowded, which is nice speak for the creation of a cartel. In the case of a subsidy, it should be quite obvious that anything a corporation gains comes at the exact expense of what everyone else loses. And it's even worse than that, because resources, instead of going to efficient uses, which increases everyone's living standards, are siphoned off by the government and put to inefficient uses, which lowers everyone's standards of living. For example, the horse and buggy industry. When automobiles first came out, you can imagine that their profit margins started to take a hit. Should the government have given them subsidy money at the expense of taking resources away from the burgeoning automobile industry? I should think not. And that's actually a great thing. Capital moved from a less efficient use to a more efficient use. And secondly, as to the cartelization, big players A, B, and C in the yo-yo industry naturally want as little competition as possible. And the more unscrupulous among them will lobby to make it difficult, if not impossible, for Company D to try to enter the industry. This will cause yo-yo prices to go up and employee wages to go down. Capital is being diverted away from a company that could have used it most efficiently, Company D, and kept within the cartel of companies A, B, and C. As Hazlitt says, it's a grave error to think that all industries in the economy should be growing all of the time. When the horse and buggy industry starts to suffer as a result of the use of automobiles, that's a good thing for humanity. And if automobiles suffer as planes begin to take off, haha, literally and figuratively, that's a great thing too. And should the airline industry begin to suffer with the onset of teleportation or hovercraft or whatever you can think of, even better, because that is progress, that is advancement. That is what increases the standards of living for people everywhere. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to cross out your face there. Stay tuned for Chapter 15,